Okay.
Whoa.
Wow. All right. Let's try and unpack that. And we're back. It's Jake.
I'm Brock.
And we're going through, continuing on our NF journey. Next one we're going with is That's a Joke. So I'm excited. Yeah, off the mixtape. Still mixtape.
So we're doing journey and mixtape. We're going back and forth, so.
I like it. All right, let's do it. Okay. This one doesn't have a video, so it'll be a little less.
Yeah, lyrics in it.
I'm not on your radar, then your radar's broke. Don't blame me for the way.
Yeah.
Pause already.
I like it. If I'm not on your radar, then your radar's broke.
Exactly. Because everyone should know who NF is by now.
Yeah. By now, I mean.
That's how good he is.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where we're all starting to figure it out. We understand what he's capable of and what he's doing, and I like it.
Way y'all's jokes fall flat, get your mouth slapped. Ain't no hoax.
I love it. I love it.
The background, like the
slapping,
reminded me of something that
Eminem
would do.
That was where immediately I was like, bah, bah, bah. Okay, Eminem, cool. I like it.
Get an inkling, they pick me for the weak link. I'm gonna have to pose a question for the ones that don't accept that I've been exceptional. Cause the moment I get involved is the moment the song takes off. So
Yes.
I like that.
Yeah.
The way the beat just turned into that. That was cool.
I've noticed, like, especially because now we've done Clouds, we just did intro, and now we're doing this one. He'll bring in different musical elements that, like, I want to say, and you said he did Christian stuff originally.
So he kind of started out with Christian, but he doesn't claim to be a Christian. Right?
Yeah, he did kind of more religious, but he'll bring in those aspects. Like, it's kind of like harmonious. So I kind of like that. I love it.
So how could you think I wouldn't last long in a game that I was made to play? What do y'all take me for? Rest assured, when I do come back to tour, it'll be Christmas morn. Laying in a wake, cause I'ma wake up in a present so big they'll jump for joy.
I love, though, that he said, and it starts out this little segment right after the last pause was, it was him coming out saying, how did you guys think I wasn't going to make it in a game that I was made for?
Made for it.
I love it. And that's something that, at least from what I've seen, he's staking his identity on this. This is something that this is his art, this is his passion. He truly believes he's made for this, and I think that a lot of us out there agree that so far he seems to be doing a good job of it. So.
I'm better when I'm out of control. I can't be the butt of a joke. I'm cutting in the front of you po. Starts talking like you're really a pro. When you ain't even part of the combo. Nothing but an amateur out.
Ooh, you like
talking like you're a pro, but you're not even part of the
combo.
What did he say?
I thought he said like your
convo, conversation.
Yeah, convo,
like you're not even part of the conversation.
Yeah, what did you hear?
I was like, wait, what did he say? I think he said combo, and maybe I'm hungry or something.
Get some snacks. Yeah, no, it is big. It's like, okay, well, you're coming up with all
like
this.
You're a pro, but you're not even part of the combo.
Like no one even cares what you're saying.
No one cares.
And I think that's something that's happening a lot. A lot of people now put out a lot of music pretending to be something that they're not.
No one wants to know your opinion. Like,
yeah. I don't
of
care.
course they want to hear ours, but no one else's.
Well, we would hope, but
yeah.
No, but there are a lot of people out there, and they like drop something, and it's like, you know, and I'm gonna go right for the one that I'm not a fan of, Jake Paul. It's like his opinion in certain areas, or you know, just like many people, it's like you kind of have your lane, and I think that's what he's kind of calling out here. Is like
possibly,
yeah.
Slow down when I wanna collide. So only way to put it if I chose I could be bigger, maybe consider it a bit if it was still when you walk. To comprehend, you kinda saying you gone. Incompetent to consequences. Hard to miss is common sense. I'm on. Once I wrap your head around it, I might have to get up off the porch.
So far, I just
that was hard for me to. I don't think I caught much of the lyrics from that, just because I really liked the flow.
Yeah.
Like, I really liked the way he was rapping, and I was kind of caught up in the flow of it rather than the words.
Yeah, and I want to kind of back that up because there was so much, again, and we talk about this with them, Nate put so much content into
jam-packed.
Yeah, and it's like, and so you'll have to forgive us if we have to back things up, but it's like, what was that?
Once I wrap your head around it, I might have to get up off the porch. Show you how it's done, I got the form. Power chipping on me, get destroyed. Pull the plug, I'm rolling up the car. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, hold up, rewind, that's not even possible.
I like it because he took, so there was actually, that's been used a few times, that line, We've heard it in who else? Who put that in there? It's Fool Me Once, Shame Me.
J. Cole.
J. Cole uses it, and it was actually I think from George Bush. Yeah. And well, fool me once, fool me can't get fooled again. You know, and he puts it in here and he does a great job with it because he makes it his own. He says, you know what? It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get me a third time. So I like it.
I keep it honorable. Who's your favorite? Let me know. Tally up, count the votes. Was it me? That's a joke. Yeah.
There it is.
So, who's your favorite? Let me know. Count the votes.
Yeah.
If it wasn't me, that's a joke.
That's a joke.
Because then it's like, hey, I'm the best.
And it's cool because it's like it comes from this part where he's.
I like the.
It's always been humble.
I like the so far what we've listened to. So I've actually listened to NF quite a bit, but so far we listened to Cloud's intro 1 and this. This is like he's kind of showing off his. I don't want to say cocky, confident.
It's confident.
He's like in his like, hey, I'm like the best out here, right?
Yeah.
Now. Like he's confident with it that he is better than most other rappers.
Yeah, and it starts. I mean, we saw what the last video was intro, and that was really the beginning of this. And you see him come in, and he's back in his like humble, like, hey, I started out, no one wanted to listen to me, and then we step to this video, and he's like, listen, if I'm not your favorite, that's a joke. And I think he's earned the right. He's earned that right to be a little, cocky or confident or,
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm fine with that.
Most people, I know this is probably a long break, but a lot of people say that they don't like NF because it's depressing music.
Yeah.
Like, have we listened to a depressing one yet?
No.
We listened to 3.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this is just starting the journey, so.
Yeah. And I definitely think that once you understand where he's coming from, that it's not depressing. It kind of speaks to you a little bit more.
That's a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke. Hey, that's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, so it just kind of goes back to that, like, not only is his music at times very deep, content driven, and we're able to step into it and really look at the words and what he's getting at, but he kind of brings it back to a very just basic, like, okay, I could kind of vibe to this. Like, I could work out to this at the gym, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of catch that rhythm.
I'm at the better end of all of it. Today I want to quit it.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. We're going to rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he just started right into a fast flow.
It's almost like, in retrospect, that little pause and for us to kind of shake and, like, get ready, that was like preparation, like, get ready, because here I come,
Yeah, he just goes.
Oh, let's see it.
better end of all of it. Today
Go
Oh my
back far enough.
gosh, wow, okay. We'll pull it back here.
Hey, that's a joke. That's a joke. Took a minute now, I'm at the better end of all of it. Today I wanna quit it, be a bitter one to swallow. Cause I meant it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when your odds are at the bottom. And it's stacking up against you, it's a pity, but they gotta give it out of me. I'm running with the best, I've been to kinda make a profit off of everything you told me was impossible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm someone incredible? Look at
Okay.
Whoa.
Wow, alright, let's try and unpack that.
I don't even know if I can unpack that. That was impressive. That was impressive.
He was, I was like, okay, I heard a lot of things running with the best of the academy.
So, you know what's awesome about that? It's like, a lot of people, when they do like the fast thing, they'll be like repeating words or like, I think that he, like everything, like every one of those words mattered in a sense. Like, like it was like a paragraph. He said it in like 5 seconds. I don't even know how long that took. My brain couldn't keep up.
I agree. And it was like, and not in a bad way though, because like I think subconsciously I understood what he said.
It's showing his like versatility.
It is. Yeah,
it's showing like I can do this. You know, like
it's just. I know I heard calling audibles.
Can we do one more go through
Let's do it
just
again, guys.
I think we started at 33 or something.
30. Yeah, it was like 33.
We'll just go through one more time and
30. We'll try here.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it.
That's a joke. Hey, that's a joke. That's a joke. Took a minute now, I'm at the better end of all of it. Today I wanna quit it, be a bitter one to swallow. Cause I meant it when I said I wasn't really into audibles. I guess you gotta call them when your odds are at the bottom. And it's stacking up against you, it's a pity, but they gotta give it out of me. I'm running with the best, I've been to kinda make a profit off of everything you told me was impossible. So why would you continue with the narrative and not admit I'm
Okay, all right. I started it and I started understanding. He's talking the very first part where he said, and I guess I'm not into calling audibles.
But you got to when you're at the bottom. He's saying like he was at the bottom. He called an audible, even though he's not usually into audibles.
Then he's running with the best of the academy. So I honestly feel like this what is it? We're gonna call this a 30-second spot here, like of content, jam packed, and he's able to basically go through and communicate what could be, at least from what I understand, possibly like a big theme that's happened throughout his life, where it's like, listen, I started at the bottom. I didn't want to have to do it. I called audibles to get somewhere. Then I started running with the best of the academy, and it's like, okay, he's evolved and he's kind of got this. And he mentions that in intro also, as he talks about he's got the best group. He shouts out Capitol Records, and he's like, so now he's saying, okay, I called an audible, it worked out. I'm with the best of the academy, and then he's kind of saying, I think he said something about people that were doubting me, but I could just be writing with Nate right now.
Or how could you doubt me? I think he said so.
Yeah,
something like that.
All right, so now let's keep going and see. We're gonna go back like a split second just to kind of get through this. Man, this is content packed. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Let's see it.
Continue with the narrative, and now I mean I'm someone incredible. Looking for general, hit him with the end of a shovel. They wanna forget it. I put him on the ground and to get up and open the pit of my stomach to remind him again. I'm a hood of an animal. Whatever the case, I'ma get it. I'm in it to doubt it. Will give it everything I forgot it. But now that the comments are pushing me to run with the comment and joking inside of.
All right, again,
Whoa, man.
we're just let's.
I thought he was gonna slow down.
I was like, all right, he's gotta breathe, right?
I thought he was gonna slow down. Oh goodness.
So I mean, this takes it back to what we talk about. We've mentioned, and I hate to do this because. I know a lot of people, it's an easy target, but comparing him to Eminem, we've done it once already.
I think I'm on the side of he's not like Eminem.
Okay.
When he does this, he's kind of like current Eminem.
Well,
because they both are into the lyrical fast flows, but I don't think he's like Eminem in a sense of the content.
I would say this, and I respect that, and I think that's a good perspective, because what I would say is, okay, there's hints of it sprinkled throughout. We had the slapping, that was kind of Eminem. And now I think, when I hear this, I think of Eminem in his prime, back when he was Eminem, like old 8 Mile before then, before he was who he is really today. And the reason why I say that is you heard right here, he said, hit him with the end of the shovel, open up the pit of my stomach, show him I'm a different animal. Again, I just slaughtered that whole thing. You guys type it in the comments if you want to correct me. I would love it, because I'll hop in there and we'll talk it out, because I don't know what the heck I just said. But the reason why I say that is he's saying these things, and it reminds me, it takes me back to those Eminem days where it was like, you know, burying people and throwing people in the trunk and this and that. And that's kind of where he goes. He has those sprinkles. He has these moments of profound interest in content that kind of talks about an entire timeline of his life. And then he'll come up to the next part and be like, kind of throwing a little bit kind of Eminem-y, and he'll be like, hey, just show him I'm a different animal. And he kind of paints these pictures in our mind. So I really like that. And here we go, guys. I hope you take a breath. Let's all do it. Let's hold our breath, and let's listen into this next part, because it could get interesting. Probably will.
If you took away the dummies and bias, you notice that I am insane. Improved a lot, but I still feel it's hard to keep my lid from popping off, but I prevail. How you gonna skip over the details and tell me to be focused? Hold that thought. Don't tell me you mean well if you don't mean well. I call the shots, but don't need my handheld. When it...
All right, I like it. I like the tempo change too. It came back to like so much content, and then it's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, I slowed it down. And I was like, oh, I can hear it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done that again. You know the part where he in Clouds, he used the changing of the way he pronounces a word, and he was able to make two different meanings. Now this time it's just, don't tell me that you mean well if you don't mean well. He didn't necessarily do the same thing, but we've seen that. It's been a theme in his video, is just the simple, really just kind of reiteration of a sentence to kind of change its meaning.
I like he said, I call the shots, but I don't need my handheld.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing all this, like he's in control of like his whole narrative and everything, but he doesn't need his handheld. Like he doesn't need that after like the confirmation that he's like winning and doing well. Like, he doesn't really care about the success part of it, I don't think.
That is great. I love that. I love that that's what you got out of it, because ready for this one? This happened on Clouds too.
What?
He says, I call the shots, but I don't need my handheld.
Ooh, like a weapon.
like a handheld device, almost. Like, I don't need my handheld.
Oh.
I call the shots, but I don't need my handheld.
See, I was going deep.
That's what I'm saying. No, but then I think, like, What if that's not? Again, who are we to say I'm right?
It
or
might have
you're-
meant 3 different things.
It
might have been a
could've,
triple.
but that's
because
the thing.
handheld. Like I was thinking, like maybe you talking about guns, shots.
Oh, okay. Or like handheld, like I'm not a child. You don't have to hold my hand, which would be a very easy.
All
thing.
the shots. I don't need my handheld. Like, oh, I'm in charge. I don't need micromanage.
Yeah.
Is that a quadruple? It's a quadruple.
And then he's sitting there talking to handheld. I call the shots. I don't need my handheld. We need to set up some sort of vote. What do you guys think? Do you think it's I call the shots. I don't need my handheld as in phone. I call the shots. I don't need my handheld as in he doesn't need his management. You know.
Yeah. Don't mean micromanage.
It could be weapon. It could be. I mean, there's so many different things.
Handheld as in like confirming my successes. That's what I knew. Yeah. I don't know why I went with that, but
No, but isn't that amazing? You can listen to that one lyric or that one line, and you can get 5 different meanings out of it.
hey, that was cool.
Wow, that's awesome. I love when we find that stuff. Cool, little hidden gem. Here we go.
Comes to making records, who you know does that better? The way I connect letters, you think that the alphabet was made by me. When it comes to storytelling, I'm great at it. Tune in and get tuned out. My face got.
There it is. Tune in if you're tuned out. Meaning, if you're not already watching this, just
Get tuned out.
yeah. Well, tune in if you're not. Right?
Tune in.
And that kind of goes with the theme. If I'm not your favorite, it's a joke. If you're not
That's a
tuned
joke.
in, or if you're tuned out, tune in. Tune in if you're tuned out. Boy, we're gonna start rapping here. Nate, you got us all fired up. We're all hot and bothered on this one. All right, let's keep going.
Read it cause I'm embarrassed for the ones unaware of my work. Where did I stutter? Known to be cordial, but those that think that never seen me in a war zone. My deliver.
I like that.
Known to be cordial, but those who think that never seen me in a war zone.
I love it.
Like,
I
I'm
love
cordial, but then when I'm in the trenches,
it. Yeah.
it's a whole different animal.
Whole different, and that's like he says earlier. I'm a whole different beast. That's amazing. I like that.
I like that, like humble yet confident vibe. Like
Yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah, it's good. It shows 2 different sides of him, and I think as we've called out and people talk about, and even in the comments, we've gotten a lot of good ones so far. He shows different sides. I think that was, I want to say it was Terry that pointed out in one of our comments that he has multiple different sides, and that's a big part of it, right? Is he's showing both sides. Cordial, but you haven't seen him in the war zone. He's a whole different animal. So
Yep.
I like it.
It gets better every time I spit. I don't keep my sword low. Tell me why would I do that? Does it make sense when you're in a game this cutthroat? If you wanna make.
I don't carry my sword low because that doesn't make sense in a game this cutthroat. You gotta always have your sword up.
I love it, man.
Gotta have weapons up,
Yeah, it's
ready to go.
It's where he's at musically, lyrically. I mean, when as everyone probably knows,
Cutthroat industry.
it's a cutthroat industry.
It truly, because there was a time about a year ago. I don't remember. Eminem dissed NF. I don't know if
Oh,
you knew that.
really? No,
He dissed NF, and for like no reason. Like
'Cause he-
called
you
him a copycat of him, basically.
Oh, so now me saying
It's
he
like-
does stuff like Eminem's not good.
Not good.
The whole channel's gonna.
Everyone's gonna be mad at you. Just so you
Everyone's
know.
gonna be like, Jacob's the worst.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I will say it.
It's at least it's a legit reaction. You know what I mean?
It's a legit reaction. I don't know the history because again, he turned me on to him. But I will say this. From my understanding, Eminem wouldn't be calling out NF if he didn't think he was a serious
Hey,
guy.
his name's out. He knows his name.
He knows his name.
It's a win.
I mean, you don't talk crap about people that you don't know about.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big part of it. So go Nate. Eminem, sorry man, you're on the back 40.
Maintain control, then you gotta keep up. If you can't handle the workload, somebody else will. How could you call me unskilled? That's like looking at Mount Everest and then calling it a small hill, not at all.
I love it. It's so good.
He said, "You gotta keep up the heart." There's something about somebody else will. Like if you don't,
If you don't do it, somebody else will.
somebody else will.
Yeah. How could you
calling
call
me unskilled is like calling Mount Everest a small hill. Like that's just a way out of line. Like
It is.
because obviously Mount Everest is like
I would venture to say it would be a gross mischaracterization.
yes,
And that is what he's
saying
getting
he's
at.
unskilled would be like he's unskilled in the hill, but like he's like Mount Everest is so much bigger than a hill.
Yeah, exactly.
So much more than unskilled.
Well, and what it is too is you're trying to downplay it, right? You're trying to, it's a big hill. Like, no, it's not. You need to recognize it for what it is. And again, gonna do it again. It comes back to the theme of it, which is that's a joke. If you don't, you know, it comes back to you should know who he is. If you're tuned out, tune in. And at the end of the day, don't try to underplay it, and don't try to, you know, don't pretend like he's less than he is because realistically, he's not. I like it.
Thrilled, I'm in awe, still trying not to laugh, but it just spills out. Sometimes I've been writing chill, just chew on this till the record's built, okay? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 3 times, hold up, rewind, that's not even possible. Me, I keep it honorable. Who's your favorite? Let me know. Tally up, count the votes. Wasn't me, that's a joke.
I know it was the whole. That was just mainly I think it's a hook, right?
Yep.
That whole part of it. We actually let it play through this time because we got so excited we stopped it right after the Fool Me 3 times. But I just love that. I really do.
Yeah.
I think that listening to it all the way, and he even mentions okay, you're not going to fool me a 3rd time. Keep it honorable. And that's a big thing. We talk about it, honorable. This dude's honorable. He's reasonable. Again, haven't heard him cuss. I've yet to hear him say a swear word.
He's not going to cuss.
He's not going to do it, so that's good. I like it. And again, we're back to that's a joke. He better be your favorite, because if he's not, that's a joke. I think a lot of people would agree with that. I think that's it. Actually, I would notice, too, I'd like to point out, I think the last couple we've watched have had a little bit left on the end of it. I don't know if that's a thing. He lets it kind of die out, you know? I think it's time for you to sit there and look back and think about what he just said. Because if you're like us and you're listening through it, I mean, you're probably not pausing it. You're probably going through and then sitting in that dark room.
Probably having to skip through all our talking. We had to stop a lot, man.
We did.
It's going to be a long video. We're sorry about that.
Yeah, we apologize in advance. But, man, there's a lot of content here now.
That was a lot to unpack. Yeah.
But, as always, guys, that's a joke. Here we go. We're going to keep them rolling. We're going to keep them coming. We've got recommendations to do other songs other than NF. So we'll be getting those in here, too. But we really want to keep on this NF theme and keep that thread going because, man,
we also want to do any recommendations in the comments as well.
Yeah, so keep throwing out recommendations.
Yeah,
Again.
We got one coming up today, actually, we're going to do.
Yeah, we're going to be filming another recommendation. I think Joey put it in the comments. So we are going to get to that. And I know I credited a comment to Terry earlier. It might have been Lisa. Again, you guys have been awesome. Getting a lot of interaction. And that's what we want. We want to interact. We want to hear your opinions on stuff. And we want to be able to kind of establish this community and get some ordinary souls on board. So it's great to see you guys. Numbers are climbing. Thank you again. We're going to put it over there, over here, right there. Probably that way. I'm going to point that way.
I'll point out.
I like that. So yeah, click on the thing, subscribe, like, comment, share. Do whatever you guys want, man. We appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, men and women. And we appreciate all your opinions. Thanks, guys.